we first met at UC Santa Barbara. And so that naturally holds a place in our heart. We realized that, especially over the last 10 years or so, how important the institution was in our lives. The more we learn about what's happening down there, and the more we're introduced to people that are doing this work, it's like a magnet. You're drawn in by the enthusiasm. Once you have a taste of that, you just keep going back for more.
I think it's human nature for people to get into a groove and think, oh, I gotta go to work today. But when I stop and think about it, I get to go to work to research stem cells, to make a therapy, to treat a blinding disease, that people that I know have that. It's such a privilege. We're at the dawn of the age of regenerative medicine and the applications that it has. It makes me really excited to see our lab and understanding that we're paving the way. And my principal investigator, Dr. Dennis O. Clegg, he has been such a great role model.
Age-related macular degeneration is one of the leading causes of blindness in this country, and it's becoming more and more common. Something like 3 out of 10 people over the age of 75 have some symptom of the disease.
And it's caused by the death of a certain cell layer in the eye. That cell layer will die, and that cell layer is so important for maintaining the health of your eye. And so these people are no longer able to recognize faces, read books, drive. So there's a detrimental loss to their quality of life. So Doc and our collaborators are thinking, well, hey, we can use stem cells to make this cell type, transplant it into these patients, and hopefully restore their vision.
If this therapy works, we'll be able to help millions of patients that right now can't do anything and are losing their vision. And that excites us and motivates us to move forward.
Even though some of the weeks can get really intense, like when we have a lot of cells going, it's 14 or 16-hour days, we have the end in mind. We have this will be a therapy. When my family first found out that my uncle was diagnosed with age-related macular degeneration, it really hit home, obviously, because then it just put so much more importance on the work that Doc and their collaborators and I am doing. This is actually going to affect people's lives.
I was Kaiser's youngest diagnosed patient with macular degeneration, according to my doctor. It was interesting. I'd go to all these clinics and everyone in the room would tell me I was in the wrong room. Dr. Clegg is doing incredible things for people who are still functioning and would love to continue functioning at the level they are. When he came to speak to the alumni board, he was very gracious about giving me a private tour of his lab.
She came in and we chatted about age-related macular degeneration and the research that we're doing to develop a cellular therapy, and she was very interested in the research.
I knew that we needed to get some work done very quickly. Kate is such an avid reader. She just reads everything. And I knew that'd be a pretty serious lifestyle change if she wasn't able to read. And so we just decided several years ago that we would endow a scholarship for Dennis and his interns. The fellowship gives us a conduit to support his work in the only way that we think we could make a difference, which is to throw him some scholarship money so that he's adequately staffed with his interns to help him get his work done. It's a way that non-professionals can contribute to helping him solve this problem.
If you're interested, I want to show you what I did with your support.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
When I could go to Kathy, who requested, we want to fund you so you can find a faster way to make this therapy. And when I could go and tell her, I think I found a faster way to make RPE. And I showed her some of the preliminary data. There are no words to describe that.
We met Brittany through Dennis when we awarded the scholarship. She was energetic, intellectually curious, and just a bright young woman that made us feel that we had done the right thing and put these dollars to the right cause, and we are relatively sure that it's going to be successful.
And the Breaux have done a lot for this campus, and we're very indebted to them for their support of the students that are in the trenches every day doing the research that will help patients in the future.
When I see what the funding from trustees, how it actually filters down and what it actually does, and what people actually do with it, and how we can take this idea, make it into something physical, and then put it into patients, that's such an investment that it's going to pay off.
One thing that Dick and I have learned over the years is how much work goes into supporting the students that are at UCSB. How diverse their educations are, how much good they are doing in all walks of life. A wonderful supermarket of opportunities for giving.
And if you're able to give back, you'd be cheating yourself if you didn't, because as everyone says, you will walk away with a heck of a lot more than you give at the front end.
We haven't made the therapy yet. Like, we're taking steps, we're going into clinical trials, but there's always room for improvement. It has been the most fulfilling scientific experience of my life.